Well, Justice Katju has definitely stirred up quite a hornet's nest there. Former Law Minister H.R. Bhardwaj has also spoken out on the controversy after Justice Katju's explosive statement on the alleged corruption within the judiciary. Interestingly, Bhardwaj admits that DMK MPs did approach him, but claims that he did not succumb to the pressure.
I have with me the former Union Law Minister, Mr. Hansraj Bhardwaj. Sir, Justice Katju has stirred a hornet's nest, and he's spoken of things of a time when you were the Law Minister. Yeah. Why do you think he's chosen to speak up now? And is there any grain of truth in what he's saying?
Justice Katju was a sitting judge of the Supreme Court when I was Law Minister. And you can ask this question to his colleagues. I cannot criticize any judge, former or present, but his temperament is unusual, unpredictable, and he speaks things out of order. And if a judge feels that he is a very outstanding man of integrity, he should resist any wrongdoings while he is in office. Now, after demitting office, he has become the chairman of the press council. You know what type of speeches he makes. So,
no, but is there any truth to what he says that he at several...
Let me tell you the truth. This particular judge in Madras High Court was appointed a judge from services, and that suitability of his appointment was decided by the Chief Justice, who recommended his name, and later on the Supreme Court Collegium, who appointed him his name as an additional judge of the Madras High Court. And after 2 years or so of his appointment, there was a vacancy of a permanent judge in that court, for which he had to be recommended as a normal routine, because judgment of Supreme Court says when an additional judge serves, he should be automatically confirmed in the next vacancy as a just expectation. But Katju had reservation about him, and he wrote to CJI, I received a copy thereof, that he should not be made a permanent judge. When this process started by Katju, this was taken up here, and the entire continent of the members of parliament, led by their leaders, they made a grievance of it that he is a scheduled caste judge, additional judge of Madras High Court. He is being discriminated against, and we want justice for this man.
So let me ask you a pointed question. Did the DMK, being an ally and a supporting party of your government then, did the DMK put pressure? Did they any time suggest that he should be elevated or he should be continued with?
Everybody knows in 1904 to 2005, DMK has been asserting as a coalition partner. But I emphatically denied that if I ever succumbed to them. In Setu Samudran, I differed with them. In judge's appointment, I did not allow any influence on me from any quarters.
Yes, you didn't allow, but they tried pressurizing you, they tried influencing you.
They dare not pressurize me. Who can pressurize me? I am an old congressman from Indira Gandhi days, and I have not learned to live in pressures.
No, but they must have tried to influence you.
They came to me, members of parliament. I used to receive 50 to 100 MPs every day as a minister, and it is incumbent on ministers to receive MPs of all political parties, even opposition, and you have to listen to them. So I patiently listened to them. They gave me in writing. I said, done. Then I immediately wrote to CJI that this delegation of MP has met me, and they feel that Katju has done injustice to a scheduled caste judge. It's a sensitive matter. You please review this. So he took the papers, and then he said, let me make my discreet inquiries. I will decide whether to act on Katju's advice or my own decision. And he said, till then, you only extend, don't make him permanent. We obeyed the CJI's views.
So my next when you were law minister, there were a lot of sensitive cases going on against against bigwigs of the DMK party.
Tell me the case, I'll answer.
No, against Raja and against Ms. Kandimudi and against...
There was no case.
Was it, at any time did DMK try and exert their numerical strength to try and get you to do?
It is not my job to serve the coalition partner. I was a minister of the Council of Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, and I used to do my work as a member of Congress Legislative Party or Parliamentary Party. You can cross-check, and you are senior member. I never yielded to DMK.
No, everybody knows you didn't yield, but it is also a fact. We used to read that on various issues they would exert pressure on the Prime Minister. You didn't yield, but what about the Prime Minister? You were aware of...
Prime Minister is one of the most outstanding men of our country as an economist, and I have the highest regard for him. And he is the person who needed full assistance from everybody. And I did that, and you can cross-check. Prime Minister was very, very respected in bench and bar. And he never allowed...
Sir, my question is that the DMK used to exert pressure on the Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, on cases and on certain judicial appointments?
Judicial appointments, certainly not. Prime Minister never interfered in my work. He said, you satisfy judiciary and carry on your work independently. So he had economic matters and policy matters, which DMK and other allies, DMK, UPA is several.
So Justice Katju has mentioned in his blog a particular instance that the Prime Minister was going abroad when this issue relating to this judge came.
I tell you, Prime Minister was going abroad, there is no doubt. And this very incident took place with me in my office, and nothing was discussed with Prime Minister. I discussed with all their DMK leaders, their MPs. And
what did they want?
They want today he should be confirmed. I said nothing doing. There is a procedure and only CJI will decide this issue. And despite what they said, I outright rejected what they wanted, and I referred the matter to the CGI. In the meantime, a cross-section, another section of Tamil Nadu people, they went to Supreme Court through a PIL, and that matter was taken up in the Supreme Court. They summoned the record and cross-checked the procedure. My role was this, what I say. That
so, but Justice Lahoti has denied. He says, he's contested Justice Katju's claims.
Lahoti is very, very independent judge. And what Katju seeks to say is that he got influenced. I can say with full confidence, Lahoti never came under any influence as a Chief Justice.